Formal Gamer, podcasts for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Threadless has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Goros, Farvan, and Sotru. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 19 of season 10 of the Formal Gamer podcast. I'm sorry it's out so late today. I ended up seeing the Bohemian Rhapsody movie and I only realised when I got back that I hadn't actually clicked the button that publishes the podcast. So I've re-recorded the intro to apologise for making it late, which has actually made the podcast even later. I'm not a smart man. Sorry about that. More important than any of... Oh, and we're at Dragon Meet in like 3 weeks' time. I forgot to say that. I had that in the first intro. We're at Dragon Meet in like 3 weeks. So if you're in England and you can come along, please come along. Even if you're not in England, come along to Dragon Meet and meet us. That'd be great. But more important than my stupidity is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast.
I'm so tired.
Last episode there was more plant growth, this time on Sotru, the internals, wall of this realm, this gladiatorial arena, which appears to be perhaps
like
not what it seems.
Yeah. I mean, somehow last episode we did the least, but maybe learnt the most.
Yes. Maybe we should stop doing things.
Yeah.
And then we'll learn it.
We just run between these realms all the time.
So last episode, you finished off the combat, you prodded around this room, which you have done in other realms, but this time you found a limit to the area.
Yes.
And actually broke the facade of the realm that you were in. You grew moss up the side, and it appeared to be as if there was a projection within some sort of cavernous area, which I believe Goros put two and two together and said it might work with the hills around the area of class where you are.
Yes.
And then you had a lovely rest. There was moss growing on people.
Everyone had a relaxing rest.
And so it's been 8 hours. Did we want?
Yeah, 8 hours.
I'm going to roll a few dice. I actually only have 2d20, 3d20s. Okay, this one here. And at some point during the middle of the night, the shield golem stops laughing. And you wake up in the morning, and the shield golem is just standing there in the middle of your encampment. Next to the other golem.
Sotru, you've got a new friend to deal with. I'm just going to walk over here away from him.
So Sotru puts away his book. And
Actually, so you would have actually noticed him stop laughing during the night. So if you want to...
Oh, okay.
Because you're in a semi...
Yeah.
You're aware. So if you want to have done anything with him during the night, or the other two golems, who I assume are also just copying what you're doing...
Sure, okay.
We can apply that.
Okay. So I think I would have stopped reading, taken a break, and approached the non-laughing golem now. Can you tell me, what...
I mean, this golem now feels like he's in a job interview. There's you standing there with these other two mossy golems standing next to him. He thought he recognised them. He doesn't anymore. He's like, oh, this is a really weird situation. I thought these guys were my friends. They've gone off and got tattoos together. Yeah. And, now I'm out the club. Yeah. So he's proper
What are his eyes saying?
So, I mean, you chose yellow to be sad, didn't you? So he's sad, confused. He's yellow, purple.
You didn't choose. Yellow just is sad.
Yeah, what do you mean choose?
I mean, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Of all the colours that you could have chose or not chosen, anyway.
Put that pen out your ear. What did I do? My pen is here. It's disturbing me.
So,
Popular tip for people at home: don't push earbuds too deep into your ears; you might damage them. Anyway.
that is a good tip.
But pens.
Pens
Pens
are-
are fine. Smash a pen into your head.
Just not point first.
So
Yeah, his eyes are confused, sad. He's missed out on loads of moss fun.
Okay, fine. So Sotru, knowing how much moss means to him, he breaks off a little bit of moss.
Your head is still mossy. We hadn't dealt with that.
No, you did pick
No,
them
I-
up.
Oh, did you?
thought
Did you? Did you all pick it up? Did you?
Goris spent a
Ah,
while picking
yeah,
some
Sorry, I
Goris
bits
forgot.
out.
Okay.
I did ask about doing it. Do you want me to leave any to like a little haircut? But you.
I said no.
No, he wants a little bald head.
Hey, it was a little bald head on a giant mossy body.
So Sotru breaks off a little bit of moss.
From where?
Well, from his chest. He has a
What,
little
like
bit.
nipple area,
He has a
or-
little bit. I don't know, like.
I've got the moth that we had left over.
But I think this is
But
symbolic.
I probably wouldn't have carried it, and also
No, that's
it's,
fine.
It's also. I have a little bit of extra growth, so I can take off a bit, and it will still look pretty like snazzy.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a fresh growth. It will be nice and thick.
And Sotru gives it to the golem who stopped laughing.
Okay. You tell me a place that you think would be symbolic on a golem's body that he might put in. He's not putting. Well, he might put it in his
Does he-
anus. I don't know.
This one is also metal.
He is.
Does he have like sheets of metal with space in between? Like I could kind of tuck it in, or is it just it's like?
He's got that sort of very simple gladiatorial sort of build. You know, when you see like.
So I could possibly tuck it in like at the neck or something, in between sheets of metal.
You could, but yeah, but describe to me what part of the body first you're looking at, and then I'll tell you somewhere that.
So like the collar, like is there somewhere I can put it? In
You
the
reckon
collar?
like where a normal human's Adam's apple might be? You could maybe you could either make a small dent or like look for a crevice. And
I
see
would look for a crevice rather than start attacking him gently.
Gently.
I don't know. Maybe that's
Sounds
how
like
they.
a country album. And he attacked me gently.
But I looked for a small crevice.
By his Adam's apple.
And twins.
What did he say?
And twins.
So you have to listen to Around the NFL podcast for that to be a joke. But for those in America who listen to
No,
the
that's
Around the
an
NFL
inside
podcast,
joke.
Yeah. That-
So inside that we're all outside. And all our listeners probably. The big crossover of D&D podcast and NFL podcast. If you are that listener, let us know on Twitter who is the one listener who's listening to both, who got Abu's joke.
Hey, we're niche. We're niche. So yeah, sorry, he's there, and
Okay.
it's there in his Adam's apple, almost like a little necklace,
Cool. Okay.
but not a necklace, just like the stone of a necklace, but without the chain.
Yep. Sure. Got it.
Enough description.
Yep. Plenty.
What noise? No.
So what's the reaction?
He lets you do it for a start,
Sure.
and then he stands in front of you.
So eyes, no change. Still confused.
Are you trying to talk to him or?
So no, I just did that. I'm just wondering if there's been any other change in his eyes, or he's just.
You can't
continued
see
to
his eyes
be-
because he's now got his back to you. He's standing in front of you.
He's got his back to me. So he turned to face the opposite way.
Sodra, I believe he's trying to protect you. He's a shield golem.
Are you?
I've just been meditating all this time.
Oh, but you've.
Yes.
You've been
Because that's
watching.
another person that doesn't need to sleep.
No. It's a whole 8 hours sleeping. God,
And you can hear Goris huffing and puffing in the background as his one rolls through his sleep and he just cannot find the peace he needs.
So what the fuck was it? I don't know what
So-
it was. They won't bother. They seem fine. They're just getting on with stuff. Oh.
So Sotru is still not quite sure about what's the relationship. So he goes around to look at the golem's eyes.
And the golem turns around and shows his back to you.
As you're turning around him, he is turning as well.
Sotru makes the assumption that they're okay and goes back to reading his book.
Okay, and
And watches what the golem does while he does that.
the golem moves round and kneels in front of you with his shield, in front of him with his back to you.
Okay, cool. I'll continue reading.
Yep, and that happens.
Oh, wait a minute, 1 second. So, Gorus was making squeaky noises.
Well, they're more squelchy, but yeah.
So, Sotru's going to go over to Gorus.
Because I imagine any squeak that comes out of his body is going to be tempered with wetness. So.
And start prodding him.
Tempered with wetness with my metal band.
The sound of a hammer beating metal in the rain. In fact, actually submerged in water. It's like you've put a metal plate in a lake, and you're now hitting it with a hammer. When it's a foot under the water. That's the sound.
I mean, that's a really interesting noise. Not one I would associate with that action, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I continue to prod. Does Gorus do anything?
Hello.
You're making a lot of noise, Gorus.
I had a very bad dream.
Can you keep it down?
Probably. I guess by necessity.
Also, this really helping me sleep.
And then Sotru goes back and sits down and reads.
Okay. I put my bag over my head.
So
Try and muffle the noise slightly.
that's similar to how it plays out. However, one of
okay.
the minor differences is that Gorus gets prodded 3 times, once by you and once by each of his side. And whilst this is happening, you have to reach round the
Shield golem.
shield golem to poke Gorus.
Because the shield golem is going to be in front of you
God,
when you
that's
go.
going to get annoying, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
You can't even look him in the face and tell him not to because he knows when he's in front of you.
I feel like this was some clever revenge from the DM.
Revenge for what?
I don't know. I think I'll find out.
I'm going to give myself half an inspiration point.
I'm the only one who's not got any fraction of an inspiration point.
Well, together we have one.
Yeah, we got one overall, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
so guys, so like you're in this, you've set up.
Well, I'm not. I'm trying to sleep quietly. I can deal with it.
Would you
please.
like to push that fast forward button?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Morning comes. You are both well rested. Gorus, you are not.
Gorus, what's wrong with you? You look more squelchy than normal.
I take the bag off my head.
Gorus, do you need to have a bath?
No, I don't think I need. Well, it would relax me actually. That's not the bad south room.
You are laying on sand at the moment, aren't you?
No, up in the feet.
Oh, okay, yes, we
Not
were.
heavy.
Yeah. Would you like to yoga with Farven?
I would like to yoga with Farven.
Okay, right.
Farven, yoga time.
Yes, I won't say no to that. Okay, downward dog.
Okay, and just as I do a downward dog, I say 10 gallons of water in the air. So it lands all over me and Sotru just before we do yoga.
Sotru's so
Also, and the other 3 golems, I guess, who are metal, so it doesn't sound great for them, but...
Well, they're mossy as well,
Yeah,
so...
so not the moss.
They're going to be like rusty moss.
So, the
That's a good name, Rusty Moss.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Future children, no doubt.
He's a more, like, hillbilly character.
Yeah.
I'm Rusty Moss.
Actually, that would be a great character.
I thought that we come to the next session, we've all made new characters, and we've all made Rusty Moss in different forms. Sit there and go, what's your character called? He's also called Rusty Moss.
I mean, like, B and Boo could have been Rusty Moss.
Oh, and also...
Well, you got to name the third one.
The third name is Bo. Bee-boo Bo.
So annoying!
Yeah. Do you remember those accumulation of fractions of an inspiration point you had?
I got an extra one?
No, quite the opposite.
Can you take it away?
B, Boo, and...
You've taken away his inspiration points.
is non B, Boo, and...
Bo.
But Boo and Bo are spelt the same.
No, they're not.
Bo is B-O-W.
Oh, I just thought it was B-O.
Well, that's your
And
armpits.
Boo, and Boo would be B-O-O.
Yeah, exactly.
B, Boo, and... Okay, I'll put a W on.
Bee-boo Bo.
Bop. I hope you don't get a fourth one, because that'd be Bop.
Ooh, we could have a fourth.
Beep, bop, bop.
I mean, the idea that he's just avenging on this trail of golems behind him.
Well, so Farvin is on top of the wall doing his stretches very elegantly. Sotru and Goris are down there.
No, on the seat.
Watering themselves.
Yeah, on the seat. Yeah, but I'm on the wall, so I'm looking down on
Right.
you from like a couple of feet. And then the other golems are also.
They're at the bottom trying to climb up. So have you
Are
got
gonna
up as
make me
well?
do
Or are
the
you
hand
staying?
thing again?
Are you staying in the sand pit?
It'd be easier if you stay in the sand pit.
We stay in the sandpit because
Thanks.
we watch Farvin like a teacher from on high.
Oh right, yes.
So I stand on the seats and I water myself, but water you down below us as well.
Like the preacher.
Yeah.
So this is a strange scene. With 4 golems doing yoga, being sprayed.
Yeah,
with
well,
water
check
from
us
a bullywog.
Well, I guess I could be in Downward Dog looking down at him and go, "Bleh, bleh, bleh."
You're like a gross realistic fountain.
Yeah, like a gargoyle. So I temper the flow, so I'm doing it like as a spray.
I feel like this is a magical family moment.
Yeah.
Of no benefit at all.
Or story progression, but yeah.
Move to the crow! And then Farvin changes pose.
Quick question. From our rest, how much life would we get back?
I think we generally say you can roll hit dice, don't we? A couple of hit dice.
Okay.
Well, if we're not fully healed, I'll do some healing spells on us as well.
Yeah.
Got 5 health
You
points.
get a couple.
Because you get a certain amount of hit dice a day, so I think
4.
we say that you can.
Just do that, that's fine.
9.
Okay, I've got 4.
Because you're level 7, so what is that? 6 hit dice or something?
I'm still at less than half health, so I'm going to have to do a spell on us all.
Oh, you don't? I'm not involved. I'm fine.
Oh, that's annoying. I should have done the spell before we went to sleep, really.
Well, you probably would have. I'm happy to
Yeah, you have to retcon that.
retcon that. 'Cause I think there's no way Goris. Well, maybe that's why you had a bad sleep. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah. So 2d8 plus spell casting. So what's a d8? Sorry, listeners, I'm off mic because I'm finding dice. Oh, that was cocked. So 5 plus 5, so 15. Yeah, 15 plus 8. That takes me up to a more reasonable health. 23 plus 12, 35? 35. I'm not far off full health now. If I can survive a day and go for another rest, I think I'll be healed up.
Okay. I assume you've done all your admin.
Yes.
Only took 15 minutes! Thanks, listeners.
Okay, so I guess are we going to move on to the next?
Or are we going
Realm,
to try
or-
and get through, climb up in the
Don't know.
round?
How would we get up there? Do you think you could maybe throw your trident up there with a rope attached?
Maybe I should throw you, Farvin.
No, that won't work.
You look light.
No.
Where are you trying to get to? What are you thinking?
Well, where the moss seems to grow into the... Didn't you say it went through, like, a caverny bit?
No, as in you were in the cabin, so it's...
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
just
but it's
up.
not, it doesn't look like there's anything... Like, so I thought there was a suggestion there was some bit to climb through or something.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we can see that there's no way to go up there. Fine. Okay. Well, I think we've done all we can here. Let's move on
Well, let's move on then.
to the next realm.
How big's the antechamber again?
In feet meters.
Just in terms of comfortable space with me, Farvin, and 4 golems.
You fit more people in there before. It is because you had to remember the pigs and
And the family that we took out.
I forgot about it with Una.
So it's sizable.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
Let's say you think it would fit maybe 40 people
Oh, wow.
That's significant.
side to side. If you
Yeah.
could like
Stood up, yeah,
squash
not-
them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, not lying down or anything. Squashed in, you think maybe 40. I'm going to have to write that down because that's a number I've picked out of the air.
Okay. So we go back into the antechamber. The letter is on the ground.
So, perception.
Oh. Perception. Oh, 21.
Yeah, just take that one.
It is dustier in here than whence you left.
Dustier.
And it smells staler.
And the letter's still there?
The letter is still there.
Exactly the same position?
Yes.
Dustier. Staler.
Okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I go into my bag.
Yep.
Goris, what am I going to bring out? A pear!
Okay.
And I'm going to put it on the ground.
To see the aging process.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Fuck.
How long were we in that realm for?
Yeah.
Half a day? 8 hours plus the fight, maybe?
Yeah.
So... 12 hours, how long could that have been in this antechamber?
I thought it was like we'd spend ages and it was a very short amount of time out there. So 8 hours would be like 8 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the outside world.
Oh, yeah, so the antechamber might be its own thing entirely.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, but has the paper perished in any way? Does it look ancient?
No, it doesn't look.
Someone's aged.
He's a bully one!
It doesn't look ancient, no. But you've never noticed that there has been a change in the anteroom before. Now, I believe there was some messing around with some people being in the antechamber and some people being outside in the real world. And you also tested being in one of the realms and in the antechamber. And there was a difference in time, but this is more marked.
But we have left the antechamber for longer before.
Yes,
The Proto Pool one, we were there for ages.
Yes.
'Cause I had to do 8 hours of spells there, and we were there for hours because we went over and helped everyone out.
You have been in this one for quite a while, but it is not longer than when you were in the realm with the villagers.
Yeah.
Is this place disintegrating the further we get into it?
Possibly.
Or is Una doing something on the outside to weaken its magical hold?
Are we going to get stuck inside?
Maybe. I don't want to be stuck in here.
But we also want to get it done. I look up to see if I can see Wellborn up there, because I got a 21 perception.
No, you can't. You can't see any eyes. I'll include that within there. You do have a good look, and you're pretty sure that there's no one looking down from there.
Well, shall we try the next one? We know if we keep the door open, we can always back out and go
Yes,
to see
certainly.
that certain lady whose name we must not mention, especially
Yes.
if someone has a certain entourage of fighting metal men now, one of whom always stands in front of him.
Yes.
Open the door.
You open the door.
And spring 30 feet out. Rise into ahead of me. Sorry!
Sotru, now, just before we determine what has happened to Goros,
Don't like the way that was phrased.
I remember, Sotru, that on the last couple of rooms, I believe there was was there a rush to see who would get through the door first?
Yes, there was.
Right. Is that happening now or not?
No, it isn't. I'm a little more aware of my children now.
Oh, fuck.
Does that make us grandparents?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
So, Goros, you jump 30 foot forwards, trident in front of you.
Spears fried chickens.
You
Be lucky if that's all it does.
You fly through the air. Are you looking just directly forward?
Yeah.
I guess in you'd see this anyway. You appear to be in a long cavernous room. You can see with the speed of you going forward that there are almost like brazier sort of candlelight, very small braziers, though more akin to candles, on the walls, going down at interspersed with the same distance in between.
Regular intervals.
That's the word I was looking
Look,
for.
I can see you searching for it.
I know, yeah. Regular intervals. And
Also, last episode you were looking for the word enamoured and never found it.
was it?
He was very enamoured with you, and you wanted that word. I didn't tell you then.
Well-
I thought of it, and I thought, nah, I'll leave him.
Don't worry, I'll just bank that for inspiration points and stuff, you know. Because, I mean, you were going to get a fraction of one. But now you're actually on a minus, so you owe me.
Fair enough.
So anyway, you see these interspersed along the wall, and you go forwards, and you realise that there is no solid surface underneath you, and you land in what appears to be dark water.
Oh.
Gloopy,
Keep going.
gloopy water.
Keep going.
That has a very pungent smell to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You
There's one more.
you sink down, and you're in it. And there was a ginormous splash, by the way.
Oh, there will be.
And as you turn onto your back and enjoy the coolness of this pungent gloopy water, you notice that there are candelabras with candles on.
You fucked that
Well, of
up.
course they're candelabras with candles on because they're candelabras. Hanging from the ceiling, interspersed at different points along there.
Not regular intervals.
At regular intervals, yes.
Regular intervals.
As you were going forward, right down in the distance, many feet meters away from you, I'm sticking with feet meters, by the way.
But how long is a feet meter? Is it a metre or a foot?
It's indeterminate, and
Gonna be frustrating for working
as in
out spell.
it changes.
Right.
Very far in the distance, you can see a doorway.
Right. So I have come out and gone down.
No, you've just come out, gone straight forward, and just landed in the
same
water,
level.
almost
Right.
like belly flop.
Okay, I turn around and I go, Thotru, watch out, it's very dirty in here. You won't like it very much.
And roll me again the perception.
With advantage?
No.
Ow. Nope, don't worry about it. Unless it's going to be 3.
Dark gloopy water that's pungent, and there are lots of candles and such like around.
How thick is the water?
Relatively thick. Well, yeah.
Is the aroma a little oily?
With that, no, you would know that. Yes.
Oh shit! I'm not in water, I'm in oil!
I don't know how it took you so long to realise. Goris,
I thought it was dark!
I thought you got a bit carried away there.
Oh fuck!
It is dark in here, but yeah.
Well, as you look over, you can see Farvin going through his spell book, basically.
Looking for fireball spells.
I'm looking. I'm wondering if I can web you and pull you back in. I'm just trying to find a way out of this mess you've made.
The consistency is not that of tar, as in you are not obstructed greatly if you
Right.
were to.
So I swim through it.
Yes.
And then I get that.
This is all in within that 6 seconds that you've gone there. You look back towards the door as you shout, and you can see a very small wooden boat moored up next to the landing, which is where the door is. Everyone else, are you coming through?
Nope.
No, I think we should just shut this one. He's done for.
I start swimming
Sorry.
back through it.
Sotru bellows out.
Goris, let's choose another door.
Well, I think we can do this one. I'm already in the oil, and in a boat we can take you in, Thotru, so you don't get dirty.
Yes. How many? how many golems can we fit on this boat then?
You don't think you would fit all of them.
What? Well, we've got 4. So how many are we talking here? We've got. Well, the shield one has to go on.
Yeah.
Sotru has to go on. Is it 2 we're talking, or?
With the golems, you think 3.
Right, great. So which golem is your least favourite, Sotru? Is it B, Bo, or
No,
Bob?
it's got to be B or Bo.
Yeah.
Because Boo's the shield golem.
Are you?
What?
Have the rest of you come in yet?
Yes.
Because I want to describe some stuff
No.
to you. Because at the moment we're still working with this. Has been the first 6
Is
seconds.
there any space outside the door?
Yes, there is a little landing,
A little
squared off landing.
I will walk in. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm going through my spellbook as like thrashing through the pages
Right.
as I walk in.
Farvin, roll me your perception. Sorry, are you coming in with all 4?
No.
You're not, okay.
3!
3.
Sotru does have his nose in the
You
book.
don't notice anything? Okay. Sotru, you're still standing in the antechamber, right? Goris, roll me perception. Are you still staying in the water, just
Yeah, well,
flopping
I
about?
can't really. I'm 30 feet away, so I don't think I can just pop out that easily, can I? 12.
Perception is total.
Yep.
You look up and the candelabras are hanging from a rope, from attached to the ceiling, which then secures to one side of the other wall.
Okay. I'm very worried that fire is going to go into this
Oh, yes.
thing. So
It seems like an accident waiting to happen.
I'm going to start desperately scrambling back towards the landing.
You start swimming, and because you went only 30 feet, you make it back within 1 turn.
Okay.
Can I pull
As you
myself
come out, yes, you pull yourself out and up onto the almost like jetty bit. You are covered, and you appear to have sediment and sort of oiliness on your skin.
I step away from Thotru and go, I'm very dirty, Thotru, sorry.
Sotru will be a nightmare if you get your moss in there.
Oh,
So-
We won't be getting oil out of you for weeks.
Sotru had taken a step back from Goris.
Okay. What's the little landing made of?
Brick.
I just start rolling around on it, scraping my body against it, trying to get the oil off.
Yeah, you do that. It's not entirely successful.
No,
as
I
you might
didn't think
imagine.
it would be a towel.
But it feels nice.
Yeah, ooh, itchy.
I cast prestidigitation on him.
Oh.
We need you clean,
That's
Goros.
sexual as well, isn't it? He's going to do that again and again. That's nice.
Dude, is that actually good for Goros? Because that'll take all the cleanliness off him. Like, sorry.
All the cleanliness off me.
No, I mean all the naughtiness off him.
All the naughtiness off me.
He might feel a bit funny, but at least he won't be risk of catching fire.
Would that be a spell that you would be good at because of your life at university with Goros? Consistently
Yes, normally if he comes too close to me, I'll just cast it straight away.
on you or him?
No, on him.
All right.
To blank slate him.
So yeah, I understand that can't be covered in oil when there's fire around, so I'm very pleased about this decision.
So we can take the boat. There doesn't seem any immediate risk. Unless someone releases a candelabra on the other side. Unless there's some mechanism, a trap in here where it starts lowering.
It's very dark in here, and you haven't been very successful with your looking around yet, so you can't really work out what's going on.
Okay, well, I'll have a proper look, and I have dark vision, so hopefully I shouldn't be impeded.
It's a good thing all your golems have been really helpful.
Yes.
Yes.
So 14. Having a look round. I'm looking at the ceiling.
You look at the ceiling?
Yeah.
So the candelabra is, as described, being held by a rope which is going through a ring on the ceiling. Mm. The rope then continues to one side of the very long hallway, and it appears that this is repeated further down this hallway. So essentially you have a jetty, a stone sort of jetty, with oil either side of it, and continuing all the way in front of it down this ginormous hallway towards another jetty and a door at the end.
Yeah. Okay, and there are two candelabras.
There are several. Looking down, you think there are about 4 candelabras in the middle, and there are other lights on either side going down.
Other lights, okay.
So as in there are little like ledges with little burning, very small braziers on each of those.
And how far away is the first candelabra?
First candelabra is, let me see if that's there. We're looking at 30 feet meters.
30 feet meters.
Yes.
Great. Okay. I'm ruminating on a plan here. We definitely don't want those candelabras to hit the ground.
Do you want me to walk over and just blow them out? How high are they? There's the one braziers on the side. How high are they?
So they are again about 30 feet meters. The first one is 30 feet meters to the left, and they are all the way along the sides.
How many of them?
So you've got 4 candles. I'm just drawing you a little picture.
Okay.
So for the listeners, I've drawn a picture for them. It is as described.
Fun picture. Not a map, a picture.
A very long rectangle. There is about 30 feet meters from the jetty to the first candelabra.
And that'll be 30 feet?
And then, based on your average roll that you go, you think it's somewhere in the region of 60 to 80 feet meters between the candelabras hanging from the ceiling.
Right. How high up are the candelabras?
They are, what's a normal height of a room? So, it's 10 feet meters?
Okay.
A normal room? And so these
then.
are about 15 foot meters high.
15 foot then. Okay. Goros?
Yeah.
If you're...
Do you have a plan for this?
I've got something brewing up, but the app keeps loading up adverts, which is really frustrating. Just give me a second to look at my...
Someone needs a new app, I think.
I do. Where's my
Someone's
water?
Scribbled ads all over your spell book.
They have. There it is. Where's the water gone? Right, I'm looking at how far I can fire create or destroy water.
I know how you can make this easier for yourself.
How big's the room?
Quite long. Do you want to do some sums?
Yes, please.
Anywhere with the region of... no, I've written that down wrong. So 60...
How many feet meters?
We're looking
Feet.
at about 250 plus feet meters.
That's a lot. I would have to use all my spells to have enough water to do it all. I would have to use all my spells for the day. So you have to do it, and then get to the other end, and then you have to let me sleep for 8 hours.
So
So I can make it. I can fire my water either as 10 gallons of clean water, which I've done every single time.
yeah.
Or I can fire rain in a 30-foot cube that extinguishes all flames. In a 30-foot cube. But if it's 250 metres long,
Yeah.
that's quite a lot of doing that all the way down.
So what about this? Can you, your walk on water spell?
Yeah.
Is that just on you, or can you?
10 of us.
You can do it on all of us.
And it returns any liquid into solid, harmless ground.
Oh.
Solid. Very, very specific. The lecturer kept saying, "Do you understand this spell?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "What is it?" And I said, "We walk on water and it's fine." He's like, "No, solid, harmless ground." I lost 19 marks on that question.
So what?
Remember that question?
Yes,
So, yeah, out of 20 marks.
I did skip that class, but yes. What if we? Well, I've got gust as well, so I can gust them out too.
Yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
we
yeah.
run. You do the first one, water it.
Which ones are we worried about most? The brazen side or the candelabras?
Candelabras, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
So you're in here discussing, and you have been discussing for a normal amount of conversation time similar to what you are now, and you're still looking around. I'm going to give you passive perception checks as you're looking at everything.
Okay.
While you're looking around and you're talking, the nearest braziers on the left and right, you notice on the right, they're on these little ledges as I described. On the left, same ledges, but you notice after really getting a good look that the rope that is coming from the candelabra in the centre is attached to the wall above the braziers on the left.
That seems sensible and safe, obviously.
So the braziers are burned through the rope.
Yes.
So actually we need to take out the braziers on the left.
How long? Maybe we just run for it.
If we got... Yeah, maybe. I mean...
I know who could run faster.
How the candelabra above is 15 feet high. How far between candelabras?
Anywhere between 60 and 80.
Anywhere between 60 and 80.
Yeah.
You're,
There's a
you're
different-
looking
different-
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So not regular interval.
So we
They are regular, but it's
Right.
quite a distance, and you're trying to judge the distances.
So the rope from the candelabras.
Yes, appears to be in the process of being burnt.
Right, but it's where is it anchored to?
The wall and a little ring on the wall.
Okay,
So
so
the- so
it's
the-
literally a brazier burning that ring. Right. Okay.
Okay, we need to act quickly then.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's
Right,
go.
I cast Water Walk. That's one action. And then I start
So,
running.
just for my benefit, does it just encapsulate all volume water? So how would that work if, like, say you were...
We can cross water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand or lava.
But what I'm asking is, does it just affect where you're standing, or does it just totally take all the water?
It's on us, not on the liquid.
Ah, right, so every time you put a foot down, it makes underneath your
We
foot.
stand on the... It turns what we stand thing onto solid.
Yep.
So we don't get any of it on us or anything like that. Harmless, solid ground. We can walk on acid without getting burnt.
Okay.
So if it was on fire, though, still hurts. Because we can walk on lava, but still burns us.
I
The
see.
heat still exists.
So it can
Right.
still spit on you and then you would burn.
So the acid, if it's not moving, you're fine. But if the set of set on fire, no, we're still fucked.
Yeah, okay.
If we're all on it, I suspect it might just be me and Farthen running up and down this at the moment. Because I don't know how much other ways you've got putting out fires. Okay. We don't have a bucket or anything, do we?
No.
We've had water flasks though. So I could fill up water flasks for you.
I've got gust. I'm
Oh,
fine.
you got gas? Okay. So I put it on me. I put it on all the
Yeah.
golems as well.
Yeah.
So I'll make us all.
Golems aren't in the room at the moment.
Well, I can do it on. They don't have to be in the room. 10 willing creatures within 30 feet of me.
I feel for some reason Sotru's not wanting to play ball here.
Thought, you want the power to walk on water? It means you won't get the oil on your feet.
Yes, that sounds fun.
So are you in the room?
So now I'm stepping in the room once he said that. But
As long as I'm
but
within 30
before
feet.
that,
The
I
antechamber, it can't be 30 feet away, can it?
No, it's
No,
not
so-
30 feet.
So I just, even if they're in the antechamber still, I can still cast it on them. It lasts an hour. Well, there you go. You can walk on water. One action. God, please let me walk on water. Please, 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 please. Rub my forehead. Walking on water now. Right. Turn to father. Did it work, do you think?
There's only one way to find out. And I
30
push
feet
him.
jump! Straight towards the brazier on the left-hand side.
Towards the brazier on the left-hand side.
Where the rope's burning.
Okie doke.
knocking it out.
And what,
Towards, not onto.
are you intending on just landing on the...
Landing on the oil next to it.
Well, I assume you don't need to roll for the... No,
No,
so
I
you
hope
land
not.
on a ground of your choice, which would
Just-
probably be swamp.
It'll be solid and harmless.
Okay,
So just-
solid and harmless.
It just turns into
But
like...
slightly damp now.
Yes. And then I immediately cast... Oh, is that a ritual? No. That's not. Where is my create destroy water? I do quick 10 gallons of water because I can only do it in sort of that amount really. And I try and do 10 gallons of water and jump sideways to the next brazier at the same time. See if I can like last it until I get there. I don't know how that's going to work.
Right, so sorry, so you're intending on just leapfrogging from one to the next, all the way to the end?
As many as I can get in splashes of water.
Okay, so...
Because I'm not as fast as Farben, so I let him go the far end.
Okay, so you... Even if you double jump from one to the next... Oh, how far? You 40?
30 feet.
30.
Oh, maybe it's 40. No, 30 feet.
So you won't be able to reach the next one even with a double movement.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
So I've done the first brazier. How many braziers are there?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4...
On the left-hand side.
Yes.
4.
And, well, you can see the rope on the first one. You're not sure further down the line whether the rope is going left or right.
Oh, okay. That's
Because it's up to the ceiling. If you, perhaps I'm not describing it right. So it goes up
No,
to
no,
the...
I get it.
No, I
ring.
get it.
Makes
Yes, I
And then
assumed
it runs
yeah.
nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And please describe to me what the rest of you are doing.
Well, I'll take my go next then.
Yeah.
So,
So, Goris, you are... So, sorry, just to... Have you finished... you're at the bottom of that one.
Well, then I jump towards the next one.
Okay,
I mean,
so you are nearly halfway towards the next one. Okay? Father.
Okay. So Farven's going to shout "Tally-ho!" and start sprinting. He moves, takes a double movement, then casts Expeditious Retreat as his bonus action to then do another movement. So that's 3 movements of 30 feet,
Okay,
90
so that,
feet in.
That puts you nearly at the second brazier.
Okay, that's the end of my go.
Okay. Oh God, my maths. So you've got 30. You've got 30 to go to the next brazier.
Yeah.
Farben, Sotru, and your friends. Sotru and friends.
So I will have moved in and ushered the others in, and then closed the door,
Okay.
and then moved as far as I can, which is 40 feet toward the other side.
So Sotru, you are 40 meters. There, you think, looking at it, that you've got another 250 odd to go.
Oh right, okay, that's a lot.
Okay, back to Gorison.
I bounce to the next one.
Okay, what, 30 meters? So 30, so
I'm
you...
going to go 30 feet. Unless I'm not there at the next one yet, in which case I'll bounce another 30 feet.
You would need to double, yep. So you are... And if you stop directly under...
Can I see a rope?
You cannot see a rope.
There's no rope on this side. It must be on the other side. And I point over opposite side of the room to see if someone needs to go over there.
How wide are the rooms? Or how wide is the room?
No, how wide are the rooms? What are the other rooms that you've not described yet?
Yeah, that was it's a little
100 feet meters.
100 feet. Right.
100 feet.
Okay. So I'm in the middle, so I got that's 50 foot away. Right, Pythagoras, nice. Okay, so if I'm gonna do. So from where I am, could I go to the other side of opposite where Goris is?
You're directly in the centre. You were walking there, so you could do 30 feet meters to the right, and you would be within 20 feet meters of the wall.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then when I do one movement, I'm gonna cast Gust, and fire it at the brazier to try and put it out.
So you look, there is indeed a brazier there.
Mm-hmm.
So these braziers, as I said, are on like a ledge that they're sitting on, basically a thick ledge that runs along the entire side of the wall. And you're doing gust roll. I feel like, what's the distance on gust?
30 feet.
Okie doke. And read me what it's
It says, you seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects at any point. Medium small sized creature must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed away 5 feet. You create a small blast of air capable of moving an object that is neither held or carried. It's all kind of movement based. Push 10 feet away. You create harmless sensory effect using air, such as casting leaves to rustle, wind to slam, blah blah blah. So if you wanted to roll against it, it's probably a saving throw.
because I'm just trying to work out how powerful it is in my sense.
Well, it can push something that's 5 pounds 10 feet away,
What's
or
pounds?
push a medium creature 5 feet
Okay,
away.
so actually,
so it pushes a human 5 feet away.
Yep. And this one, it blows. Initially, you see the flame get slightly brighter, and then just, and it is out. So that brazier, which is, you were aiming at the brazier for the second one, weren't you?
Yes, that's the second.
This is very much on the, because of the angles. This is very much on the limit of your ability, but it manages through a very good roll to take out. So you appear to have neutralised the things underneath the braziers for the second.
And I'll use a bonus action to run another 30 feet. And I'm going to stick to that wall, and I'm going to shout, Goris, go for the third one. It's probably on your side.
I'm not. Alright!
So Farven, you were at about 120. Well, you can really move quick, can't you?
Yes, I can. I'm a coward.
Okay, I believe it's Sotru's turn.
So I'm gonna move again.
Double movement,
Yeah,
all of
double
you. So as you're moving, obviously the shield guy's walking in front of you, and you have these two other guys, B and Boo, next to you on your left.
So where's Bo?
In front.
Bo is in front.
Always in front. How does Bo know where to go?
You can see in his so you look in his in his shield. Look at his shield. There is.
If you're telling me he's using a mirror, he's running forward, I'm not looking where he's going, relying on the fact that Goris knows where he's going, even though Goris can't, not Goris, Sotru knows where he's going, Sotru can't see where he's going. Is there a hole in the shield that Sotru can see through?
Oh yeah, there's a it's like Montagne's shield.
Right, so he's got a little visualizer,
Yeah.
but then a mirror underneath it.
No, it's not a mirror. It's metal that has
So
been really
shines
shined
so up.
up.
Right.
You know, like you see, like some people have those little mirrors attached to their bikes on like on the handlebars.
Yeah.
He's got that. You can see behind him. And but you know, if Sotru sort of goes out of his vision, you see him like do a little bit of a peek over the shoulder.
Right. That's going to be complicated long term.
Yep.
Unless you can work something else out.
No, you're the one who's got control of it. If his thing is he's always in front of Sotru, then that's for you to deal with, DM. That's your caveat.
Yep.
Okay.
Is
My
it
turn's
Gor-
ended.
It is Goris, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Goris now.
So I'm going to jump, double jump.
Okay, which takes you to 20 feet meters away from the next brazier on the left.
Oh,
Can you see the ropes there?
20, yeah, can I see a rope?
You can see a rope.
20 feet, then I can cast my water. I need to be within 30. So I can do a water on that. I'm 90% sure. Let me just make sure I've got the right level. Create destroy water. Yeah, within 30-foot cube. So, yep, I create a 30-foot cube that extinguishes exposed flames in the area.
And the water immediately puts it out. There's no two ways about it.
I
It does.
fire up in the air like a sprinkler on this occasion. That's because it's a slightly different version of the spell.
Do you do the whole sprinkler thing? You're like...
You can hear my tongue doing that in my mouth.
It's coming out literally
Yeah.
like...
And it cuts the water into little splits as it does it.
Okay. So Sotru, you're at the... no, it's Farven now.
I'm going to keep on
So
running.
Farven,
to
you're
the
actually
fourth
level
brazier.
with Sotru at this point. Sotru has double movement in, and he's sort of caught up, and he's kind of level with you at the, I think it's like
Not for long.
120 mark.
90 feet towards the next brazier on my side.
Your feet, which should take you to... so you're at 120, I think. It'll take you to 210. So you are just past the third brazier, I believe, which is the one that
I'm doing on the other side.
Goris has just put out on the other... Actually, no, have I done that right? Hang on.
Yeah, I'll just be a bit past it, like 20 foot past it or something.
Yes, so you are... Yes, you're 20 foot past it.
Okay.
Which would put you about 70 feet meters. No, sorry, 60 feet meters away from the next one.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Rue?
Yep, make double movement again.
You double movement to the next brazier. And yes, you
It's
are...
like a small mountain running towards you.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah, not for the people that are being run towards.
Don't get ahead then.
And yes, back to Goris now.
So I'm now going to try and go at an angle and go into the middle underneath the final candelabra in case, for some reason, Farven can't get there in time or his gust or something doesn't work. I'll be underneath it, so if it falls, I can water it as it comes down.
You won't be... I don't
think I'll get there in one go.
No.
That's the direction I'm going.
Okay, that's so diagonal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie doke. And so
Double
that
jump.
puts you
Boing, boing.
30 there. We'll do average. Okay, you are still a double movement away from the next candelabra.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do 30 foot movement, and then I'm looking at the last brazier. Can I see a rope above it?
On the right hand side.
Yeah,
yes,
that's the
you can.
side I'm on, and I'm gonna kind of aim it up and be like, this is right at the edge of my 30 foot distance. I'm gonna try and cast Gust.
So you're going 30. So you're doing 30. Sorry.
Yeah,
you
moving once.
Moving once.
You said it was 60 foot away.
So that'll take you to 240. The thing is at 270.
Okay, cool. So my gust can do up to 30 foot away, so I should still be able to gust it. It's just on the edge.
Okie doke. So this one isn't quite as successful.
Oh no!
And
Goris, I did a whoopsie! Hurry up!
the flame flickers as if to go out, and then you see it start to go back up again.
Okay, everyone hurry up! Team Mountain, hurry up!
Team Mountain. Okay, Sotru.
Double movement again.
Would Sotru not now be underneath where the final candelabra is?
No.
Not
He's the
quite.
slowest.
But he's doing...
He'd be further than me, because I can only do the same distance.
I'd only be 10 foot behind you each time.
No,
I realised I've assumed that your other golems can run as fast as you, but I think that's fine. We'll
Yeah.
just say that that's...
So, oh yeah, if I get there next time, he'll get there next time, actually. Roughly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, back to Goris. Goris, you can probably move there in time now.
Single movement.
Yep.
So how far away from the candelabra?
Single movement would be 60, so you are 30.
Okay, that's within my rain distance. So
Make it rain!
Sprinkler time!
That's impressive. I'm sitting 2 people away from Goris, and he still managed to spit on me from there.
I feel like the listeners really miss out on
The 4D effects.
the visual antics of
Well,
Goris.
you can hear it, but I put every face that it sounds like I'm pulling.
Face, movement.
Movement, yeah. I've been
Pose.
in that pose.
There's-
And then there
there's
is
no
spittle
body part not
everywhere.
utilised.
I don't use the spit guard on my mic either. Unlucky!
So yes, and the candelabra... The candelabra is extinguished.
Boom!
And the rope was down there. Okay, so you are directly underneath it. You've got another 30 to get to the...
I'm directly underneath it.
Oh no, sorry, you're 30 away from it,
Yeah.
aren't you? Sorry, yes.
I Otherwise,
So you've
I'm
got
going to be ready to catch it.
You've got a double jump to get to the very edge of there. Sotru? Oh, sorry, Farvin.
I'm going to just carry on running. Farvin's going to keep running on his tippy toes all the way to the end
Do you
jetty.
not want to put that brazier out anyway, just so this thing doesn't fall in the oil?
No, I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
Farvin, you make it, and with your distance, because it's 90 feet, 90 feet meters essentially, isn't it? Which for you would take you exactly. So you were standing there waiting on this little island with the door, the little jetty islandy bitty. Sotru, you
Double
make
movement.
it. Double movement, and you are just short. You're about 10 meters short. You and your crew are 10 meters short from the island.
Wonderful.
So it's 100 wide, isn't it?
It is.
So that's the brazier that's burning through the rope is 50 away.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a 30 jump towards it, to the brazier that's still burning the rope, and then I do a
to try and put that
put that final brazier out so this doesn't fall down, just in case.
So you are there, and you do indeed put that
It's all my first level spells for the day done.
brazier.
So Claude, if he can feel the power of use, he's like, oh, what spells will Goran do today? And he has used all his first level casting on create, destroy, water. Straight away, within a 5-minute period. What
It's like, he looks at the logs, he's like, he's had a fucking bath again.
I think that was within, because each row is 6 seconds, isn't it? Yeah. It's within less than a minute I've created 40 litres of water, gallons of water. That's so much water.
And so you make it there. Sotru, you're about 10 metres away. Okay. So we have got the brazier on the first brazier on the left was extinguished. The candelabra is still alight. The next candelabra is still alight. Next candelabra is still alight. The middle one was put out. And all the other braziers to do with the ropes to the candelabras were also put out by all of you. So you're looking at that and you're thinking, this is pretty good. Sotru, you make it, and you're all standing on this island sort of jetty thing with the door. So if you imagine the door is at the very back of this like island jetty, and it looks exactly the same as the door that you came through.
Mm-hmm. Okay, open it up.
You open.
I bounce over, yeah.
Yeah, you open up the door.
Lighter. That's 320 pounds of water I've just worked out. I've lost.
Looking slim, Goris.
Thank you. I'm ready for my fight.
You open up the door, and directly in front of you is a large rectangular cavernous area with lanterns going down. Candelabras going down the middle.
And an oily floor?
And an oily floor.
I am out of water. Oh no. Well, not technically. I could do my second level casting and my third level casting all on create, destroy, water.
Okay, so we look into this room. Are the candelabras out or the braziers out? Does it look like a new room? Different room?
Exactly the same room.
So the same candelabras are out?
But it's like when you first went into the room.
So we're not just looking at the same room again?
It's not a port. Doesn't look like Portal.
Right. That was our concern. Okay.
Roll me an insight.
12.
20! 2!
You've been rolling hot.
I am. Was he good? I did also botch my
Apart from that one. So I'm going to connect those two, the 1 and the 20.
What? That seems hard.
Yeah.
That was a go.
Just for,
Just to make it so I can't beat your puzzle.
You're looking... No. I'm connecting them in the sense that you're looking back. You think back to that feeling that you got when you were there.
Ghost that woke me up.
That's something there, and you realise that, oh no, Goris was being silly. It wasn't like a sense that I was going to die. It wasn't a sense of impending doom. It was that perhaps there'd been some sort of magical tremor, and something has changed. You noticed when you were in that last room, the gladiatorial arena, that the the facets of this room had started to not break down, but there was a hole in the engineering, as it were, the magical engineering that had become apparent to you. You tapped on that outside of there, which should have gone into the space, and it didn't. It went into rock. And you're looking at what's happened in front of you, and it's almost like you've reset into the same puzzle immediately. This is the first time that you have opened the finishing door,
And it's not been the antechamber.
and it has not been the antechamber. So you are thinking that whatever is going on here has gone seriously.
So I'm feeling some weird magical vibes off this thing.
So you're not feeling them right now, as in...
I felt them last night, and I'm connected, but there's a logical connection.
There is a logical connection that you are making, that something happened in an instant then that has made something go wrong.
Farthen,
All right.
I've just made my first logical connection.
Oh my god! Everyone sit down! Alright, we're ready.
Last night,
Yes.
I was making all them huffly-puffly noises.
Yes, it was very
I
frustrating.
felt a magical tremor.
Oh, right.
I think we
Are you sure it wasn't gas?
Oh, I recognise gas. You saw my gas, we call it fog cloud. Now,
I knew that wasn't the smell!
sorry. I think we're breaking down the magic of these rooms. There's no antechamber. I think the magic is failing in this place. I think we're beating the puzzles.
Well, no, I think you're right that the magic is failing, but does that mean we are beating the puzzles, or is someone beating the machine? We don't know what's happening to cause this.
I wonder where Raven is.
I wonder where Anu, wink wink at Goris, is.
Yeah, I wonder where Anu is.
For the listeners, Una.
Yeah. And for Robin.
I'm worried if someone else is trying to break down this magical barriers, this magical construct, while we're inside it.
Oh, that would be a worry.
Maybe we should go out and have words with Una.
We can't get back that way.
Did you just say that?
Yes, I did.
Luckily, I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, like, brilliant. I fall off the tree.
But, I mean, I know she's tough, but we've got a Gollum army now. We can be the bosses. We don't have to listen to her.
It's a good point. Though, I do think after meeting Wellborn that we are... I've got a feeling we're winning. I just think this is the way to go. Onward, soldiers.
Okay, but we'll have to do this puzzle again, though.
We'll just have a quick rest. We'll reset our spells and we'll just do it again.
Okay, but fair enough. All right.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the episode.
Goodbye.
And thanks for listening.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.